Hi, welcome to 7th grade English at CMS. My name is Mrs. Stephenson and I would love to give you a tour of my classroom today. So if you notice in my classroom, I have a lot of different creative elements, things that I'm interested in, like my Funko Pops, the books that are my favorite that I have the most memories reading. These characters have come to life for me, and so I love the Funko Pops to be able to show my students who my favorite characters are, like Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins, she's my favorite. As we move around the class, you will notice that I have a reading graffiti wall. I think it's very important for our students to be able to express themselves. And so when kids come in class and they have a favorite quote that they've seen on Instagram or Facebook, they have the freedom to be able to write their favorite quotes on the wall. A lot of these quotes are inspirational and they speak to the 7th graders' confidence. And so I really love how a lot of these quotes speak to bravery, having hope, have confidence, be yourself. This creates a safe environment for English. So let's come around this way. Again, I have more little Funko Pops and my favorite books for my students to check out whenever they were in class. I feel like this creates a safe space for them. In 7th grade English, we do a lot of personal connections with the text that we read. And so in order to be able to share our personal connections with one another, we have to feel at home, we have to feel safe. So I'm trying to foster an environment where kids come in, they have a safe space, it's happy. So sometimes when we have frustrating moments in the hallway, we can come in Miss Stevenson's class and get a boost of joy and energy. As we move around the classroom, you'll notice that I have a lot of inspirational quotes around the walls just for my kids, just in case they're having a hard day and they need something that reminds them that you've got this. You can overcome any challenge, be happy, be bright, be you. Again, life lessons from Mary Poppins. It's my favorite. Okay, and as we keep going, you'll notice I have a hashtag book selfie, because what teenager doesn't like doing selfies? And whenever my students come in, we have a Let's Discuss wall. This is usually catered towards what our topic is for that unit. So right now we're in drama and poetry, and we started our drama unit off by reading a drama called The Newsies, and it was based on the true story of the Newsies in New York City. And so we wanted to talk about how we could bring about positive change to the world, and that if we look with kindness, we're going to find wonder wherever we go. And this has been our driving force of our drama and poetry unit this semester. That's what our focus has been on. Okay, so the first time they walk in my class, I have Scentsies, I have an oil diffuser. The first thing they say is, "Oh, it smells so good in here." And so I feel like this scent adds to the, as 7th graders say, vibe of my classroom. So I'm always told that it smells good, or it's so bright and happy in here. And that's what I want to hear from my students, is that this looks like a happy space. So on the first day of school, new students come in and they have a pink paper, because I love pink, and it is, "I was in your seat last year." And so on the paper, my previous 7th grade students filled out questions about how they felt in this classroom, what their best memory was, what I take seriously, what I, make things fun. It was to give the new 7th grade students peace of mind. So when they came into English, because let's be honest, English can be a little bit daunting for some of us. So when they came in and they sat down, they had words from a peer saying, "This is how this class was last year. If you do this, you'll be successful. If you have your cell phone out, you're gonna get a call home." So it was just some encouraging words, some things to help my new students be successful in my classroom, and it gave them peace And a lot of the students, when they read it this year, were like, oh, we get to do that. Oh, we get to do this. Oh, this is going to be such a fun class. Academically, as we wrap up the school year, I always encourage the students, you are big 8th graders now. I'm going to treat you as 8th graders. I'm going to prepare you. They know in my class I foster an environment of integrity, responsibility, and accountability. And so moving forward to the 8th grade, spring semester, we have a lot of discussions about the importance of living with integrity, the importance of being responsible and being held accountable for your choices, because that will just help you be more successful. So I was in the military. I was in the Air Force. I was a staff sergeant. I got out as staff sergeant, and I did logistics, which is totally different than what I do now. And so from that, taking long flights, I developed a love for reading. I wasn't so into reading when I was in high school, but on those flights, there's not really much you can do. So I had a friend one time that passed me a book, and I picked it up, and I just haven't stopped reading. And so my passion with English language arts is, I always tell my students, if there's anything you learn from me, it is to be able to paint a picture in your mind as you read, to play what you're reading as a movie in your mind, use the imagery. So if you love what you're reading, you just brought that book to life. And if you don't like what you're reading, you're going to survive it.